How strong is Goku Black and Zamasu? In this video, I will mainly be focusing on power, however, once that's done, I will go over speed as well. After that I'll talk about these characters' absolutely broken abilities. Also, I want to say some feats that Goku Black may scale to, just to show general consistency. I will also go over the Dragon Ball Super manga as well. Speaking of which, big thanks to Raw Animator, he was really helpful when looking for scaling in the Dragon Ball Super manga, as well as providing some things in the anime I hadn't seen. Let's get started. Let's start off with showing the consistent scaling to the world of Void. We got Jiren and Goku shaking the entire realm. We got Analyza, warping space, of the world of Void, by punching. Lastly, but most impressively, we got Toppo warping the entire thing with a single attack. Now, how impressive is scaling to the world of Void? Let's prove it's far larger than a universe. Kefla says she can one-shot a universe. Let's see what it does to the world of Void. Absolutely nothing. Universal destructive capacity is nothing to the world of Void. However, we all know the world of Void is larger than a universe. You all watched my Dragon Ball Cosmology explained video. Now for a quick summary. Each universe is a macrocosm. Zen no Palace is larger than all 12 of them. Zen no Palace is contained in a higher dimensional universe, infinite 4D. World of Void scales to that infinite 4D universe. This makes Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, Toppo and Analyza 5D, with all 4 of them casually scaling to the world of Void. Also, characters that can scale to these attacks should be at least infinite 4D, most notably Golden Frieza surviving Toppo attack, while being at the direct center of it. However, this isn't the best feats. Now, warping the world of Void is impressive, but there is something more impressive. In Toppo casual attack, he warps the world of Void, and destroys most, but not all, of the stage. This means the stage is as durable as the realm. Krillin is more surprised with the stage breaking than the realm getting warped. So, who scales to the stage? There are quite a lot of characters. Kefla is noted to be able to break the stage, along with Ultra Instinct Goku. Analyza, after transforming, is stated to be able to destroy the stage. You could also say, Berserker Kale might be able to destroy the stage. It's never stated, but her voice was cracking the stage, so interpret that as you want. So, there are plenty of characters that can scale to this level of power. Does Goku Black scale to this level of power? I don't actually think it matters if he does or doesn't, because he has better feats, and more direct scaling. How powerful is this attack of Goku Black? Well, Goku Black gives 3 different possibilities of what this is. It could be a future universe or timeline, possible but illogical. He should know what it is then, since he knows how timelines work better than everyone else. It could be the personification of his anger, unlikely, again he should know what it is, if it's just part of him. Or, it could be something that surpasses his understanding entirely, likely, and the interpretation I'm going with. Now, the world of Void is inside a timeline. In fact, the timeline is actually quite a bit larger than the world of Void. Goku Black understands time travel the best in the entire series. He uses a time ring, that's just meant to go forward in time, and he uses it to go between timelines. He also knew that the time ring made him immune to the paradox effect of Beerus erasing his past self. This means, for Goku Black not to know what this is, it needs to be the space between timelines. Since a timeline can contain structures like the world of Void that are infinite 4D, the space beyond the timelines is definitely 5D. This is consistent with what Goku Black was able to do with the scythe. He made clones that could fight Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. In base, Vegeta could pop himself out of the hyperbolic time chamber by just powering up. Hyperbolic time chamber is a universe. Now I've talked about Goku Black, what about Zamasu? The second best feat in Dragon Ball Super is when Zamasu fuses with the entire timeline. This feat is insanely impressive when you really think about it. You see, this Zamasu is the combination of immortal future Zamasu, Goku Black, his time ring and the entire timeline. Actually, no. That's wrong, we see that he is stretching into other timelines as well, meaning he must be interacting with the space between timelines, like Goku Black's scythe. However, this is better, since he reached other timelines, while Black's scythe clearly didn't. Lastly, remember this is Potara fusion, so it's more than the addition of all this power. I should mention it so people don't get confused. Infinite Zamasu has better feats than Jiren. Jiren is just far stronger due to scaling past Zamasu. Let's talk about speed. While Goku Black achieve an immeasurable speed feat, going back in time, I sadly cannot give this feat to him. This is because, it was the time ring that did this, and not Black's own speed. I will credit him, for resisting the time portal trying to send him back to the future. It's not as good sadly. In a similar way, I would like to credit Infinite Zamasu, in growing to other timelines, that too could be immeasurable speed. However, saying he can fight as fast as he can grow, is weird statement to make. I'll leave the comments to decide if that counts, as it sounds quite ridiculous to me. However, there are very impressive feats, from the Tournament of Power, that we can scale to Goku Black and Zamasu. The easiest feat to understand is that Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku have shock waves that can cover the world of void. The world of void is infinite, so it makes sense to have both of them at infinite speed. Also, I should explain a funny mistake about the world of void that ends out being pointless. The world of void was possibly, I haven't seen it confirmed, mistranslated to infinite, and in fact should be eternal. This ends up being pointless, since realms that have space surrounding them expand into that surrounding space. Our real-life universe is an example of something that is expanding. Here, we see that there is space for the world of void to expand into. If a realm is eternal, its age is infinite. Infinite times how fast it is expanding makes the eternal world of void infinite in size anyway. However, even infinite speed isn't the limit of people in the Tournament of Power. There are two things that happen in the Tournament of Power that is faster than infinite speed. First, Jiren broke the time cage. In my hit video, I explained the time skip, and that it has two layers. Layer 1 is a pocket dimensions that hit creates. This is what Goku is able to break through on two separate occasions. Layer 2 is freezing time. In the time skip, we only have seen this on Goku, and it worked. Now, in the tournament there was a layer 2.5, in a way. The time cage is hit using the second layer time skip but focusing it down on a single target. This means, unlike Goku, Jiren moving in the time cage is an inaccessible speed feat, as he's moving in 0 seconds. The second thing that happens in the Tournament of Power is that the narrator states that Goku and Jiren are fighting with out of this dimension speed. If we take this literally, it means their speed transcends the infinite 4D world of void. This is wonky, but it partly supports the speed of Zamasu spreading to other timelines, as he has out of Trunks' timeline speed. I'm not going to evaluate this critically, since it would be a highball based off hyperbolic statements, but I do consider it a fair argument personally. I do believe it could be a measurable speed. Let's talk about the manga. First, the cosmology is the same, with Zen no playing with universes like chess pieces. It should be noted, for everyone, that the manga looks towards more interesting storytelling, looking at the psychology of characters. This is especially apparent in the future Trunks arc. However, the manga still has its feats that most overlook. First off, the manga also has Vegeta breaking out of the hyperbolic time chamber in base. How it differs from the anime is Vegeta is tired when he does the feat, making it more impressive. This is counterbalancing by the fact it's less destructive in the manga. We also have Hit's time cage, renamed to time lag, being used on Jiren. Vados explains it once again. Despite being frozen in time, Jiren still outpaces and one-shots Hit to conclude his fight. We also have Super Saiyan Caulifla, destroying a decent portion of the stage, in her battle with base Frieza. Also, despite what you may think, manga Zamasu is just as strong as the anime. I say this because, if Vegeta has the same feat in both, then they scale similarly. That means, when manga Zamasu has an army of Zamasus, that is honestly a really powerful threat. Now let's go over abilities. Goku Black. Goku Black has Goku's instant transmission. Goku in the arc shows his regeneration, once again, yet Goku Black is shown to have better regeneration, getting Zenkai because he wants to. Goku Black Zenkai are insane. In the manga, he beat Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who himself had a Zenkai, and he did so as a Super Saiyan 2. He goes Super Saiyan Rose later. In the anime, Goku Black is able to use his scythe and create up to 22 unkillable clones. God merged Infinite Zamasu. First, he has all the abilities of Goku Black. The manga and anime has the improvement ability. However, the anime was decaying after getting stronger. He is also immortal, even Beerus cannot overcome his immortality. In the manga, Zamasu has telekinetic powers that can beat people far stronger than himself. In the anime, his essence is expanding endlessly. In the manga, he started spawning endless clones. Goku Black. Attack potency, low 5D. Speed, possibly infinite speed. Likely, inaccessible speed. High ball, unlikely immeasurable speed. Relevant abilities, clones, able to get hundreds of times stronger, through Zenkai from minor damage, minor regeneration, instant transmission, also immune to paradoxes with the time ring. God, merged, infinite Zamasu. Attack potency, 5D. Speed, possibly infinite speed. Likely, inaccessible speed. High ball, but possible, immeasurable speed. Relevant abilities, everything of Goku Black, has telekinetic powers stronger than himself, can either spread through 5D space endlessly to increase his power, or can create endless clones. Thank you for watching. Next video, how strong is Super Mario, Beerus, Jiren, Broly, who is the strongest? All ideas for future videos in the description, so we all know what's to see later. Check out, as said before, big thanks to Raw Animator for helping with this video. See his channel here. Also, I've got some other Dragon Ball videos for you here.